Hello, how you doing? How's it going, guys? So I know you clicked on this video to hear a story, and I've got quite the story for you guys, alright? But before I get into that, have you checked out Turbulence Productions yet? You should really take a look at it. We just uploaded next week's heist, episode 1. And prior to that, we actually uploaded our first video opening the channel, technically, I guess you could say. Lazarus was our first video, but that was uploaded almost 2 years ago now. And Welcome to Turbulence was uploaded, last week, and then next week's heist was uploaded, today, actually. Well, earlier today. I'm recording this video. Anyways, please check that out. You're not gonna regret it. Link in the description. Please watch it, and if you did watch it already, go back, leave a comment, engage with the video a little bit more. I would really like to see Turbulence go somewhere. Alright, all self-promotion aside, let's get right into the story. So it was a night like any other night, and I was just chilling. It was me, Jack, Caesar, Andrew, George, and I don't want to name this next person just in case they don't want to be in the story, so I'm not going to even assign a name whatsoever. Anyways, it was all of us, and we were all chilling. But earlier that day, me, Andrew, and Caesar had finished working on the Welcome to Turbulence video, so we called up George, big mate. Check him out on SoundCloud, link in the description. No, I'm kidding. But we called up George, and he was hanging out with Jack and another person. Once again, will not name them. Don't know if they want to be named. So we decided to meet up, me, Andrew, Caesar, leaving Caesar's house where we had finished editing the video, and we went to 7-Eleven real quick to, get a couple drinks, snacks, whatever. So we told George we would meet him at 7-Eleven. They originally wanted to meet at Oceanside Park. I live on Long Island, by the way, so this is like kind of doxing myself a little bit, but they wanted to meet up at Oceanside Park. It was around 9 p.m., so the park wasn't exactly closed yet. But he went over there, and there were a lot of people, and he was trying to smoke a joint. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, he's a big pothead now. So me, Caesar, and Andrew are at 7-Eleven, we're getting our drinks and stuff, and George eventually makes it there, right as we're about to leave, actually. It's been a while since I've seen George, and I had seen Jack recently, but I was saying what's up to him. We all got out the car, gave our honorary daps, we were hugging and shit, whatever. Just chatting up a storm like we normally do. And it was such a nice night out, can I just say. It was the perfect temperature, it wasn't too hot, we were all dressed up pretty nicely. We had also done a photo shoot earlier that day. You might see some of those pictures on the Turbulence Instagram very, very soon. So, George, Jack, and the other person, they go inside 7-Eleven and they get their whatever they needed. Jack doesn't go in, actually. He refuses to go into 7-Elevens. Because Caesar keeps buying glizzies and stinking up his car from 7-Eleven. After the 7-Eleven run, we decided to go to Baldwin Park. Very big park, very beautiful park, and it was such a nice night out. We couldn't not go. We can't go to somebody's house for this. We had to be outside. It was beautiful. So it's around 10:30 p.m. and the park is about ready to close, but it's still open, so we still go inside. And we walk down the main road of the park because it's closed off to cars but not people, so we were just able to walk on it without disturbing any cars. So we're walking for probably about 5 to 10 minutes before I have to stop and take a piss. And we also stop because we see a couple of park rangers and we're thinking they might ask us to leave soon. So we decide to not continue walking further into the park. And it's a very well lit park, I might add. It is surprisingly well lit. There are spotlights absolutely everywhere. So I go off to the side. It's a bit of a trek to get to the side of the road, actually. The spot I was taking a piss at. So I finally get there and I'm going to take a piss. And out of nowhere, while I'm pissing, all of the lights in the park just go out, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? It was really something out of a horror movie. It was insane. So I'm still taking a piss. I finished taking my piss, and I turn around to look at everybody, and they start walking away from me. And I'm a bit scared at this point because it's a very dark park, and there's no more lights. It's almost pitch black. The only thing we could see is the lights from the building where the park rangers are and some headlights from their trucks. So we start walking back towards the entrance of the park so we could escape. Not escape. So we start walking back towards the entrance of the park so we could leave, but we decide not to leave actually because George didn't get to smoke his J yet. So we just go off into the middle of a field where the park rangers wouldn't see us because they're in their trucks just looking for people. one final sweep before they close the park. But I have to add that the gates there are broken, so they can't really close the gates for people. So they're not going to rush us out or anything. So we could leave pretty much at our own speed. We decided to go to the dugout of the baseball field there. And George is going to start rolling up his J, and everybody's just going to sit down and chill for a bit. And the way we sat down, it looked like some sort of fucking SoundCloud album cover. It was funny as hell. And we're all talking, we're having a great old time. It's a beautiful night. And everything seems normal. We're there for about 30 minutes, and then me and Jack see some flashlights going off and shit. And we're thinking it's the park rangers, but we don't know because it doesn't look like it. The way the flashlights are moving is a bit odd. So we're just thinking it's some other people in the park. We're not thinking too much of it. Me and Jack walk over to the fence right next to the dugout to, just look through it and look at the flashlights, see what's going on with it. And Andrew and Caesar join us to just look. And we're looking at these flashlights, right? And we're leaning up against this fence. And then from behind us, we just hear footsteps, and this guy walks out from behind the dugout. Looked like a fucking skinwalker. He was bald, fat, and shirtless. He was about I wouldn't say he was about my height. He was a couple inches shorter than me, to be honest. But he walks out from behind the dugout with this very odd waddle. And it seems very unnatural. He doesn't even turn his head to us, and he says, "Hey, man." And he keeps walking straight. He doesn't even turn around to look at us or anything. Me and Jack are staring each other dead in the face, trying not to fucking die laughing. And it was the most magical thing I've ever experienced in my life. It was like he had just spawned in without his shirt or anything, and he it was like a GTA 5 NPC. And I hear Andrew behind me. He goes, "Yo, he just fucking popped the tab and he is going." And I couldn't agree fucking more with that statement. It seemed like he really was on drugs. I'm not even gonna lie. The way he was moving and the oddity of the occurrence was just way too good to be just some regular guy walking through the park. So, me and Jack are looking each other dead in the face. I am fucking at a loss for words at this point. I didn't start laughing until the guy was like out of earshot. And even then I wasn't laughing loud. I was just like, giggling. And finally we start walking away. I'm fucking stumbling over myself from this experience. I bump into Big Mate and I'm like, "Yo, did you see that fucking guy?" And he's like, "Huh? What guy?" And in typical Big Mate fashion, he's not believing us because he thinks we're fucking with him, which we do fuck with him a lot, but we were not fucking with him this time. This guy literally came out from behind the dugout bald and shirtless. Never seen anything like it in my life. He says, "Hey, man," and he's like, "Yeah, I did hear somebody else over there, but I don't know, I feel like you're just fucking with me. I feel like it's not actually a bald, shirtless guy." I'm like, "Bro, we all saw it, and we're all saying it. Why would we lie about this?" And I understand him for thinking we're lying, because this is something we would probably joke about anyways, even if it didn't happen. But like I said, it did happen. We're not crazy. Me and Jack saw it. Andrew heard the guy, and Diddy caught a glance, but he tried to fucking fuck with us and say, "Funny thing is, I didn't even see a guy." And I'm like, "Yeah, fucking nice try, bro. You just fucking you were talking about him." We start walking out of the park, and we're just fucking like, we're at a loss for words. We are shocked at what just happened, and it is probably the best experience I've ever had with these group of people. I will probably never experience something better. Anyways, thank you for listening in on this story. It was a really fun one to tell. This was very recent, actually. This was like last week. It was right before I had gotten sick. But yeah, I was sick with a sinus infection for a while. I'm better now. I still got a little bit of a cough, and you could probably hear it in my voice a little bit. It's still a bit raspy. And, but other than that, I'm doing good. Thank you for listening to this video. If you really liked it, please subscribe. Please leave a like. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this guy. Let me know if you think he's like the richest man on earth or something. If he really was on drugs or not. I don't know. Probably the most fucking manly person I've ever seen in my life, too. Thank you for listening. And I'll see you guys in the next video.